Good, everyone? Figured I'd jump on here for a few minutes. I had a couple minutes to spare and see if anybody, maybe for this upcoming fast or just questions in general about, well, as usual, whatever. So I'll stick around for a couple, I don't know, maybe half an hour. And the next 5 minutes, I'll see who shows up. What's up, Jay Messa? What is good? What's up, Aldrin? What up, Unstance? I'm Johnny K. What up, Jordan Wheeland? So who's joining on this fast here? Who's gonna do this fast? What's going on? Did you pull that right out of my mind, Logan Landthrip? What's the best way to deal with the void inside of ourselves, and then the seemingly seems to be robots or normies? Yeah, man. I think the answer to that is to live momentarily and live daily. You know, when you try to take the whole reality, like this was the conversation um, that we were having kind of yesterday. A couple people had asked about like living in an artificial simulation, or what's going on out there, and all of the sun's a simulator, and these people that and uh, you know I don't I don't know that there's one big overall solution to the whole concept of what's going on here. Where are we? What's happening? Other than what's your life like, and what are you doing today? And is it is it an enjoyable venture? Is it adding to your what you think? If you think you're gonna build an empire, is it adding to that? If you are just enjoying sitting out by the lake fishing, I mean, if that's what it takes for you to be content and happy, that seems to be as close as we can get. It is funny that you asked that as well, because I was considering the concept of, well, what is it that anybody wants, as I often do, and I was thinking about this dude, Gary Vanderchuck. Is you know he does all this like motivational speech stuff, and I was like, who is this guy? I like some of what he says, but then I start listening to it more and more, and his whole his it bothers the mess out of me how silly it is, because these self-help gurus are nothing more than like just recycled, regurgitated nonsense that has been sold a million times before. And I started looking at like, where did he get his money? Because he's a rich guy, so I was like, oh, he must be self-made millionaire, and come to realize like his father gave him a $2 million enterprise of a liquor company. But he's out here talking about people. You gotta grind. You gotta go through the grind. You gotta fucking do this and you gotta fucking do that. And he's got this like whole enigma, like he ground, like he really went through the hardcore. He didn't know what was going on, but he put the work in. He did the thing. He was late hours and blah blah blah. Blah, and you gotta, and he's got this overwhelmingly ridiculous enigma of being relatable by screaming fuck every other sentence, and saying, well, you don't know shit, and you're gonna be, you'll figure it out later, and you got time, and just grind. If you got to, go get a job at McDonald's. And I'm just like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, what? People like what he has to say, and like, oh, buy his new shoes that Nike sells. How the hell does this dude have a pair of shoes? Like, what is he selling to people? Go get a job at McDonald's? That's a sales tactic. Just fucking grind. If you say fuck to the youth today, if you say shit, if you use curse words every other sentence, you become identifiable and you become relatable. I can relate to that guy. I know about the grind. I know about saying words like that, and simplifying like really difficult concepts into a few words, and then come to realize like this dude didn't grind, he didn't do shit. He's just and making a he's a mogul. He's building an empire by using the internet, and somehow he's he's boxed and packaged up the solution to how you can make lots of money and make your life magical. Well, I mean, if it works for him, I take nothing away from that cat. I hope he's enjoying himself, and hope people get something out of what he says. But there's just this tendency towards cheerleaders these days. Everybody's a motherfucking cheerleader out here. Rah rah rah, sis boom bah. Here's how to fix the universe. Here's how to fix yourself. You gotta and I don't really, even people that are, it was yeah, another one that I saw was your boy I always say this, the Oprah's little what's his name, that little, he looks like he's from a movie. What's his name? Oh man, that little white dude, Eckhart Tolle. Now, don't get me wrong. Again, I love a lot of what Eckhart Tolle says and what he speaks about. But there was this quote today that I'd read that he was just basically saying, it was somewhat similar to the question that you asked, and he just made this absurd statement about like how, when you're waking up, you're in this in between state of how to create something. And what did this dude create? He's just selling the idea of waking up. He's not telling anybody anything. He's not telling anybody a motherfucking thing. He's not telling anybody how to make a life, how to create something. He's not telling you about magic. He's not telling you. He's selling books. Now he makes money selling books. So he's good. All you have to do is sit here and go, I found the secret to the universe. Really? Really? Where did you find time to write that book in there and make a income? Because all these people out here grinding, people trying to make an income. Like, well, what is the solution? Like, apparently, it's to sell a book. Maybe I'll write a book. Maybe that will solve financial dilemmas. Maybe that will inspire people. Maybe the ideas that I have are somewhat new and unique. But yeah, I don't know that there isn't a, and this even goes into yesterday's talk about, there isn't one key. You're a key maker, and you make different keys to the things that you want to do. What is it that you want to do? Well, thank you, Jordan, but it is not my tapestry. I'm at somebody else's house, and I just had a few minutes here to invest. Jay Mesa, the fast is commencing in T minus 48 hours. I said I was gonna start it on the first of the month here, in December. And y'all, if you can't do it starting Friday, do it starting Saturday. But feel free to fast on what you want. And I said, I'd done a couple videos yesterday. Check them out, about enemas and fasting over the past couple days. And I was gonna do urine and water, and possibly I'll see how I feel. I mean, that's how I do my fast. But for anybody else, to encourage them along, whatever they need in assistance. But urine seems to be the game changer here. The game changer. Come out here and yeah, dude, get on drinking your piss. That's what's up. Yeah, nobody's ready to taking the plunge. Yeah, simplicity, man. I mean, and I'll go a little farther, Logan. Simplicity is, you look at somebody that has had a lot of things and they want simplicity, and watch for somebody that's had a simple life and they want more complexity. And it's all, people always listen to the people that have the frame of reference of like, they've had the things, but that wasn't the answer to happiness. But now they swear they found the answer to happiness. I'm like, I don't know, because if you've been broke and poor your whole life, that definitely damn well ain't the way to be. Nobody likes not having their basic wants met, and their even more mundane, simpler desires met. So the idea that simplicity to a degree is the answer, but there are times like who doesn't like more complex things, more engagement with the strangeness, the weirdness, the macro universe. You know, going out and having adventure, going to a theme park, spending money, finding items that you like, and having lots of lots of space, a big house, and lots of shit. Sometimes that's what people need. Sometimes that's what people want. Get those things and realize it's not what you want, and but then have nothing, and you know that wasn't it either. So there's somewhere some space that works for you that won't work for someone else, and that's always the thing that this cookie cutter, here's the answer to how to get what you want, and there really isn't one other than the simple concept of, well, the reason that you don't get what you want is because you don't know what you want. Go back to a good majority of my talks that we get into these kind of things, and I'll say it's you line someone up with God, you line someone up with the genie, and you say, rub the lamp, what do you want? And they're not gonna know. Even people that have things, they don't really know what that is that they want. You want money, you want power, you want something simple. You want, then they go, okay, well, it's got to be within what I believe I can get. I mean, yeah, of course, it'd be great if I had a lot of money, but you don't really want a lot of money, and you don't really know how to do the magic to get it. So most people don't know what they want. So even the simpler concepts of magic don't work, or even the simple concepts of, even if we get away from using mental ideas of the way that maybe I understand and try to teach and help people consider their mind and magic. If we get away from that and look into the concept of like a Gary V, or the rest of the I would call them dense realm grinders. These people that believe in the material world, and they're not coming from a very spiritual mental realm, that they're coming from like, oh, well, how do we get this next thing? Well, here's the rules of engagement to get the next thing we want. Well, even at that, there's still no, you know, perfectly cut out diagram to get what you want, other than, here, if you have $2, invest it in the thing that will make you four. It's pretty simple mathematics, right? But getting away from the even at that, other than money, like people say, oh, I want money. Well, that's money isn't it. Money just means energy. Everybody wants energy, but what is it that you want when you get the money? First I get the money, then I'll get the what? You get the money, then you get the houses, then you get the cars, then you get the, what is it? So nobody really knows, and that's, I think, where people need to start. If you know what you want, then it's pretty easy to get. It's pretty, if you can define it properly, then you can have it. But most people don't know how to define things properly in their mind, even because we've been our imagination and our capacity to believe that we're creators, or that we believe that we're somehow important in this universe, to believe that we can have what it is that we want, is is distant. So start to define what it is that you do want, and then don't focus on these the goofy motherfuckers out here, like the show that I did yesterday, where that goofy motherfucker came on, and I was like, oh, I got an hour. I got an hour because I'm infinite. Like, oh, I'll invest an hour into your life if you happen to exist. And then people just want to be bullshit and run around and play games. Like, I mean, okay, that's how people live. Don't you can't be worried about that kind of shit. Like, you can have Buster Browns and fucking goofy ass fucks around everywhere. That's life. There's stupid motherfuckers everywhere. It's just the way, that's part of the, and I'll bring this into the realm of Neville Goddard. Well, everyone's in their state of consciousness, and sometimes you'll be in a situation where you want something, and it will be the thief that will get it for you. The thief will be the one that, even though you don't line up with that person's moral and emotional states of being, their state of being will accomplish the task that you need, and it's a hands off for you. but somehow because of their state of being will provide you with what you want. So we have to realize that in this larger thing that we're looking at, there's frequencies of people that are up here doing awesome things and people that suck. That you're wherever you are in here doesn't really matter, because these other frequencies, these other people with these other states of consciousness, these other states of being, they might affect your life and give you what you want. And everybody wants to get what they want from the, oh, it's right there, I'll get it from there. And just going, rather than going, okay, these stupid motherfuckers out here, these dumb assholes, they might be the thing that unlocks the key. They might actually literally have a key in their pocket they drop that you pick up that's for a locker that has $10 billion in it. Now, are you mad at that? Are you mad at the goofy motherfuckers anymore? Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, the Jordan. We'll go on a little journey to the right or the left, or a different direction here. Um, yeah, when you're doing any kind of fast or feast or any kind of changing of your diet, most of the dilemma in changing your diet or your deity is um, the how to put it in a simple way. Everything's gonna have like their attachment to you. You're attached to eating a certain style. You're attached to certain types of, addictions. These addictions of the body of saying, oh, that's what I used to be eating, feed me that. And whether these are real, like whether they're mental addictions or whether they're chemical addictions, or whether there's little worms in your body that are like, where's the thing that you've been feeding me, feed me that, I want that. And you think it's, oh, my body needs that. Your body doesn't need that. And that's what most people go through whenever they change their diet. And if you go through, like, consider really like changing your diet is changing your deity, so it's changing your God, literally your God. But most people, if you were to change your church or your religion, you would have backlash from the people that you were attached to, right? The people that went to your church would be like, what happened? Oh, you've become a Baptist now. I thought you were a Jehovah Witness, or I thought you were a, and I can't. I thought. Oh, you found a new God, so you'd be dealing with that. Like, really, that's what your body's doing internally too. And especially like to do a real deal fast, meaning like to walk away from all the things. Like if you were in part of religion and you're like, nah, I'm good, I'm good without all of the religious things. Imagine how like you don't believe in God anymore. Oh, you think you're God? You think you're who do you think you are? That's what you'd be getting, and that's what your body is doing. Oh, what you think you can control me? You think the mind is more important than the body? That's what your body will be saying, and you have to go. Well, yeah, actually, that's how that works. Hmm. Yeah, Logan, the consumerism and nurture, these kind of nature nurture consumerist concepts. Yeah, yeah. There's always a strange gap that we live in, and eh, that's been it's interesting. It's popped up in my Instagram feeds things about these kind of concepts of where do we live, in what place, in creating the art or in living inside of the art, participating with what we created, and there's always got to be this gap between when we're creating, how we're creating, being in the moment of creating, and then enjoying the creation, but not being stuck in that idol worship of the thing that we have created, whatever it might be, even if it's an experience or another person or whatever. What up, Alchemy Gains and Rasta? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be more piss for me, man. I'm gonna stay with the piss. See, it affects everybody else differently, and having done it many times, it just depends on where I am on my frequency and like how quickly things are occurring and how much control I have over my manifestations. Jay Mesa, why drink the piss? Why not drink the piss? Because it's super fuel. Because it's your blood plasma ultrafiltrate. Because it's the cleaner than the water you're drinking. Algin, a milk fast would be a good idea if you're getting it straight from the cow, or straight from the donkey, or straight from your mother's tit. Johnny K, more money, more problems. More money, more solutions. More money, more funny. More, more energy, more whatever. I guess it's a mindset though, huh? Alchemy gains. I don't know. That's like such a diverting thought from the things we've been talking about. What are my thoughts on private planes flying below 500 feet using technology weapons? I mean, it's the same thought that anybody else would have on anything. Like, what? I don't know how solve these things. Solve the greater problems. Let's clean the water first, and then all this extra shit is like, there's technological nonsense and bullshit everywhere. Everybody wants. Okay, well, what about planes that are flying below 200 feet with 30 centimeters worth of radion on the. I mean, everywhere we look, like there's a television right there there's a device right here in my hands that is emitting all sorts of shit, and there's all sorts of. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't have too many opinions on. I mean, I have a lot of ideas. They're not mine. I don't really have that many opinions per se, because unless there's unless there's a perceivable way of adjusting it or changing it, what's the point of? I think the Queen of England said it best when she was talking about people that were engaged in wars. Why would she ever let her beautiful mind be concerned with those dogs? And a lot of people are upset with that statement. But truly, in every way, why should you ever let anything into your mind that doesn't serve you? It doesn't make too much sense. It doesn't make a lot of sense. So I don't know how that would, you know, what are we gonna do with it? Everybody's always out here. Like I watch these channels. There's so many people out here. Wake up to the truth that we're in a thing, and the sun's a simulator, and wake up to there's a poison everywhere, and we're all gonna be like, well, what the? Okay, great. We got the notes, motherfuckers. What are we gonna do about it? What is anybody doing about it? Thanks for telling me. Okay, got it. I've known all the crazy shit, done all the research. What has it done? What am I gonna start a campaign against the idea that they're poisoning the water? You know how many people already have that shit going on, and you know what's been done about it? Nothing. It's a couple counties that have, somehow somebody within that county. Okay, and I have faith and hope and all of these things that these people that have already cropped up doing these things, they'll get in parts of the government or part of um, the people that are in the plants working, poisoning the water will clean up the water and stop poisoning it, right? But to any major degree, there's not much I can personally do about it. You're watching off of Walmart's free Wi-Fi. What do I hate about Walmart? Uh, for me, it's basically the lighting. I, 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 I would go there, and I'd be more comfortable in the place, but the lighting makes me absolutely an insane, like feel insane. The lighting is so absurd, and the frequency that it puts off, it makes me vomitous, and it makes me anxious beyond not just the people of Walmart, and the smells in general, but the lighting is the worst. What is typical to feel in a short fast? Um, well, again, it goes into like if it's just a water fast, it'll be more. It's really, really comes down to the individual and where you're starting, and how much filth is already in you. A lot of it's going to be the cleansing, the mental cleansing, and how much you're going to be cropping up things from 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago. That's what will come to the mind because you'll be releasing those things out of the body from the fats that are actually holding on to the chemicals that are holding the memories of things within your life that will be emotional. There'll be emotions of those things. And you'll be like, why am I angry? Why am I happy? Why? Oh, yeah, like stored up whatever's going on in the body from that point in time. So um, highs and lows, and uh, most of it for people is dealing with the sense of addiction of whatever it is that they think they need the food because everyone here is a consumer of food, and food being the first and primary addiction that people have. 100% of people have this addiction to food. They find really quickly that their solution to whatever the problems they have in life is to consume something. And so the food becomes the I can't deal with this emotion, eat. And so the emotional eating, to think that that's just regulated to a few people that are really skinny or really fat that have eating problems, that's not true at all. About 100% of people have eating problems. So those things kind of, you kind of see the connection between anxiety, stick something in my mouth. And yeah, so you'll find that the emotional thing is the biggest thing, the sense of I need to eat something. Yeah, the sauna's nice during a fast. Um, another couple key little things you can do during a fast is obviously to stay active. Everybody wants, oh, you're fasting, you're not eating, you gotta relax and you gotta not you need to rest. Like, no, not necessarily. You'll have energy, and when you have energy, use it. Keep the blood moving. The, you could do a 40-day water fast and have plenty of energy. I mean, most people probably won't. There'll be a lot more detoxing going on, but the idea is to keep the blood moving. When you're tired, listen to your body. Lay down, relax. But when you do have energy, move. Use it. It'll help and continue the movement of the blood and cleaning. What's that, Rising Love? Yep, the heat is where it's at, Kia. Oh, Johnny, you were in Atlanta? I liked Atlanta. I've been there a few times. Terry Ann Smith. Well, that would be nice. I'll I suppose I've at least engaged with that idea in my mind enough where I should be, where like if I were to look at the world from a sense of what am I worth, what is my value, what do I bring to the world, then I should have billions and billions of dollars. So I do believe that with no doubt. I believe what I share with people is worth well beyond well beyond money. But if money was to be given, uh, given, or I'm made of money in that sense. So we'll just let me. There's there's a $20 bill. You're coughing up gold and silver. Torrance Garden. Any dislikes about Hermeticism? I can't answer that fully. I mean, just from the sense of Hermes or hermetic arts, or to seal, or to sit there and be meditative and hermetic. No, I don't find many problems with it at all. I've spent many hours being very hermetic. I mean, as a whole, I could look at all the hermetic arts that the here. Let's look at the list of things, and I'm sure I'll find something that I don't agree with, all the time. But Eldrin, um, bring yourself a bottle of water, man. I mean, like, bring a big bottle, and if you're not doing piss, I mean, because you can always refill it up with the piss, man. But um, yeah, I mean, you can't be too worried if you're doing a fast. You can't be too worried about, like, if your only option really is to go to the water fountain, then that's the option, man. I mean, it just happens to be. But if you're, when you're home, and then you can bring enough to school, bring yourself a liter, or if you can get a gallon in your bag, man. I mean, the books are garbage. Put the gallon in the book bag and take the books out. There's more knowledge in that water than there is in those books, as water does hold memory. Yeah, Tori, the Walmart lighting, man, is not fun, not healthy. Um, Kia, sweat is a form of cleansing. Does it go back into the body? I mean, no. I mean, you sweat and you basically clean yourself off. I mean, I don't. Yeah, I mean, that's the. You already gave the answer there. I don't know what else you would do. I don't see why it would go back into the body, because your temperature of your body, once you've released everything's gonna go down, and then it will close the pores off. So the dirt, the sweat, the salt, because most of the sweat, being the water, is gonna go back up into the atmosphere, anyways, right? And you're gonna be having a salty skin, so you'd clean yourself off. You'd bathe afterwards, obviously. And yeah, and you're like, aged urine, if you've got it, is like I've pointed out before, is awesome, awesome, awesome on the skin. Terry Ann, what does it mean that you're picking out while watching this? I don't know. Do you, there could be many things going on there. What up, Michael Nolan? Oh, you got yourself a little little trampoline, and the inversion table is awesome. And if you don't have one, you can always just lay off backwards off your bed or whatever. I used to have an inversion table, but I don't have room for it. They're pretty excellent. So check it out, y'all. I'm gonna have to talk to y'all soon. Maybe I'll get back on here a little later tonight. But stay awesome. We'll chat soon. Oh, Puppies yelling. So yeah, I'll talk to y'all soon. I'm just gonna scroll through here. And Rising Love, get at me. I'll talk to you about that. All right, y'all. Talk soon. Cheers.